Hi. I am trying to be a little more, uh, I am wanting to get in being more quickly at doing what my spirit leads me to do, or the Father, Most High, the universe lead me to do, instead of knowing what He said do. But I may put things ahead of it. Like right now, I'm getting ready to go, excuse me, to go and handle a few errands this morning. And I want to get out of that practice. I want to stop putting things before me, knowing in my spirit God is telling me to bring forth a message. But what I want to choose the time. No, I need to be led in the spirit of when that time is as well. Because a lot of times it may be days before I bring you the message that I know the Most High was telling me to bring. So now I am being, convicted in my spirit. I need to stay in rhythm. Move when I say move, not when I choose to move. No, I want to put God first above all else. But what the Most High had me to do early this morning, He want my spirit is leading me to bring more examples of paranormal activity, visions, and dreams, because these are the times. The time is now that more of us will be having dreams and visions, seeing paranormal activity again as a lifestyle. So we might as well get used to what this look like and recognize it when it starts coming before our senses, before here on this earth. We need to recognize it and be thankful for it, cooperate with it, so we can be co-laborers with the Creator, because we are creators as well. But we want to be co-laborers of creating those dreams and visions, or what if God is calling you to be of some service to humankind, which we all are in one form or fashion. That don't dismiss none of us, but some of us are being called, and we just need to stay in our lane and be a co-laborer with the Creator, with the Most High, so we could do it and be thankful and pleased for the results of it. We'll be more happier than we could have ever thought we could. But again, He is wanting me to give more examples in my personal life of the paranormal activity, visions, and dreams that I had in my personal life. And like I said, there's a lot of them, but I'm even being led to which ones to share. Okay, one of the ones that I have written down is, um, it was regarding Orlando. I think I had 5 kids, 4 or 5 kids. I have 7 total, 6 boys, and my oldest is a daughter. Um, they're probably what, 37, 38, somewhere in there. The oldest, I think she's 36 or 37. That's the oldest, my daughter, and then 6 brothers after her. I kind of had them at a stair step, starting at age 19. But at the time, this this one is an example of how God is a present help in the time of trouble. I was on Section 8, and I wanted to relocate. At the time, I was staying in a very nice neighborhood, predominantly white, and me and a house full of children. We were the only blacks, in that neighborhood. We were the only blacks in that neighborhood. To show you how God will provide above and beyond what we ask or even think of. But anyway, This particular home, it was in town and country, a very predominantly white neighborhood. Now it may be pretty much mixed, but back then during the 80s, it was all white. And me, single black mother with a house full of children, it didn't match. But very nice home. We had a very spacious, nice, I mean, nice home. That's another thing about the Father. He provides in ways that the society may have categorized you to fit in, but he comes above and beyond. What? How did they do that? Those type circumstances. But at this particular time, I wanted to relocate from Tampa. And Section 8, you can move all over Florida. We don't have to be confined to one place. When you're on Section 8, you can move all over Florida. If your home is in Florida and you're on Section 8, you don't have to stay in Tampa or wherever. You can relocate. So I wanted to relocate to Orlando. Okay, so lo and behold, I had my mom and her husband. Mom, can y'all take me to Orlando? I don't know what happened regarding me and a vehicle. I must have been without a vehicle at that time, because I rarely remember me ever being without a vehicle. If I was without a vehicle, I guarantee you it'd be less than 6 months or something. I ain't gonna be without a car too long. Oh, hey, I'm quick to go get a $300 car from Craigslist, and I guarantee you that I just sold the car maybe about a week ago. I had that car 5, 6, 7 years. A $300 car from Craigslist. But I guess everything has to be provided from the Father, from the Spirit, for the stuff to be above and beyond what the normal, natural circumstance would be. If you're operating from the Spirit, you're operating on a different frequency. Your things aren't... Well, anyway, so I'm ready to relocate. I didn't have a vehicle then because I had my mom and her husband to drive me to Orlando, to go to the Section 8 place in Orlando. So we done drove and got to Orlando and everything. I don't know anything about Orlando. I really maybe never even been there before. I don't know. I don't really remember. But my mom and her husband, they getting frustrated. Child, you don't know where you going. What is you doing? You need to. So after a point, I was like, just let me out. Please, just let me out. How am I going to let you out of it? Just let me out. I'll be okay. I found the Section 8 building, because they took me there that morning and they were getting frustrated. I guess, I don't know if GPS was available then or not. We couldn't find the address. I don't think GPS was available back in the 80s. So they got pissed off and I was just like, just let me off. I had no clue where I was going or nothing. But yes, I did find the Section 8 building. They gave me a list. The first number I called off that list, the people met me where I was. I gave them the address to where I was. They picked me up, and this was a black couple at that. They picked me up. They took me to the house. I thought I was moving from a nice house. This house was like... Okay, plush grass. Dark green plush. That's one thing I remember about Orlando. The fertile ground is so much different than here in Tampa. Their dirt is dark black. I don't know when I've seen black dirt here in Tampa, but this was back then before they started all of this constructing malls and condos and townhouses. But anyway, the couple, the husband and wife, picked me up from the Section 8 building, the first number I called, and took me to the house. The house was very nice. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, whatever. Very nice, beyond my expectation. Very nice neighborhood, but this neighborhood was a black neighborhood. Very nice. So, um, so the couple showed me around the house, everything, and it's empty, no furniture, no nothing. So I filled out all the paperwork, and mind you, I don't have a way home. I don't know what my next move is. So, but we done signed the papers and everything. I got the house. So I guess they asked, so how are you getting around? What are you going to do? I say, I don't know. And I don't know what I told them. At this time, I didn't have no children with me. It was me by myself. And, but they knew I had a family because they knew I was a mother, a single mother. So some kind of way that I had got the keys to the house. They allowed me to stay in. This was before Section 8 approved it and everything, but, I hadn't turned any information in back to Tampa Section 8 or anything. But the couple gave me the keys. I was able to stay the night at that house. So I came back to Tampa the next morning. I don't know how I got back home. I don't even remember. But when I tell you, when I went back to that house to move in, I don't have any furniture. I don't have anything. I know what happened because at the house in Town and Country, I had a open door moving sale. I posted an ad on Craigslist, moving sale. Everything must go. I didn't want anything coming with me when I relocated. I sold everything. And when I tell you that weekend, everything basically sold. So because I guess I didn't have the funds to move the furniture or store it. I don't know what the case may have been, but I had a moving sale that weekend and sold everything. I had money. So anyway, me and my family getting ready to move. We getting ready to move in Orlando to our new home. Looking like a brand new, like we the first ones to walk in this place. I think my oldest child may have been 10, 9, somewhere in there. And I had an arm baby, Keenan. I had the arm baby. He was maybe like 2, 3 months old. And believe it or not, well, that's something else. But anyway, lo and behold, I go to unlock the door. When I tell you every piece of furniture was in that house, brand new furniture, brand new bunk beds for the children, brand new washer and dryer. When I tell you, my father, through that couple, supplied above and beyond what I lost or what I sold. Everything was provided for. That was a present help. Okay. So another time that the Most High, let's see. Oh, another time was when, I was in here at Tampa. I was in my drug activity. I know it's time to stop. I know my spirit telling me you need to quit. You need to go on, get in line now. Stop being hard-headed. I was feeling it more and more as the day went. So I'm at one of the houses. Me and the man don't go together or anything. We don't go together or anything. But I'm in the kitchen. It was one Sunday morning. And where he sold drugs out of the house, out of the bedroom. And those of us that smoked, it was crack back then. We were smoking. It was a social environment. People can come in. I'm talking doctors and lawyers. This was the type of people that was coming to this house. we were socially interacting. It wasn't no drug hole where all wild and crazy. No, we sat down, watched TV as we smoked or whatever the case may have been. But this particular Sunday morning, I'm in the kitchen cooking breakfast for me and the man, and and like I said, he wasn't my boyfriend or anything, but it was a place that I went and escaped to do my stupidity. So this particular Sunday morning, I'm in the kitchen cooking, collard greens. Yeah, I'm getting ready for our Sunday dinner. And we got about 4 or 5 people sitting, white people. They were sitting in different places in the living room, smoking, and we had on a movie on the TV. I remember the movie because like I said, I'm a movie buff, so I know a movie was on. And so as I'm washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen, getting ready, the food was already on the stove cooking. I had, got it prepared. It's in the pots cooking. So there's a window right in front of the kitchen sink as I'm washing dishes. Nice Sunday morning. Nice environment, everything, not everything calm and dandy. So as I'm washing dishes, looking out the window, car after car after car swarmed up the driveway. It was SWAT, undercover SWAT. So I run back to the guy in the bedroom. They finna come in, or whatever. So he did what all he did, and all the people, they put up their stuff, everything. So I go back to the kitchen washing dishes. Finished still cooking. They boom, boom, boom. Everybody outside, everybody outside. So everybody go outside. It looked like about maybe 10 people total, because as I'm still in there washing dishes. As I looked out the kitchen window, I could see they lined up along the driveway, and the person, the SWAT is asking for everybody's ID. So everybody's handing out ID. And the man whose house it was, everything was just about to be cool and dandy. First, they noticed somebody was still in the house, which was me. I'm still in the house washing dishes and still cooking. Ma'am, come outside. I say, sir, I don't have to come out there and cooperate with you. I never did go outside. I stood at the door. I say, sir, I don't have to come out there and cooperate with you, but I'm going to cooperate with you. Still standing in the doorway. I never did go outside. My name is Wanda Lightburn. My social security is such and such and such and such. My driver license number is such and such and such and such. Whatever information I gave it to him off of memory. And I would turn back around and went back to wash dishes. He didn't say nothing. That he went back out to whatever. Only one person, well, 2, I'll get to that. One person, when he handed over his ID, he had a warrant. Everybody else slowly made their way back in and sat down. When they saw that I was still in there washing dishes, and they done gave them their ID back and everything and searched it, they one by one made their way back in the house and started sitting down. Now the owner of the house, he back in and everything. He was just about to go in the house. One of those SWAT team went around the house, checked the breaker box. I don't even know why I'm going to. That's not the part. This is not the part I wanted to share. But anyway, went around the house and checked the breaker box. The doggone lights was on illegally. Back then, you could just switch the light breaker and the lights be back on or whatever. I don't know what's going on now regarding turning lights on. But he had the lights on illegally. So he goes to jail. Now, let me share this here. Like I said, I don't even know why I'm sharing this. As they're handcuffing him, he say, "Can I speak to my lady? Please let me just talk to my lady." So now I'm faking it. Excuse me. I'm faking it. Because like I told you, he wasn't my boyfriend or nothing. It was just a place I went and chilled while I did my thing. I could have peace, you know. And it was right there. I didn't have to go too far. But anyway. So anyway, he handcuffed and he asked the people, the SWAT man, can he please see his lady? So I'm pretending and so he wanted me to kiss him. And I'm like, we don't kiss, we ain't have sex, we ain't nothing like that. So I went along with it. Honey, when I tell you he kissed me, I got a mouthful of what when I tell y'all, I'm trying to fake it to get back in the house. And I got a mouthful, full of what he stuffed in my mouth. Okay, so now he goes, I'm at the house. I must have partied with all of that. If I was smart, I could have sold it and got paid. But my mind wasn't on that. My mind was on, man, I'm finna, okay, I must have got high for a good 5 days. Me and my cousin, I'm sharing, you know. But anyway, after it was all said and done, I was left with $5. $5 to my name. Now I'm feeling stupid, pitiful. So, all of a sudden it hit me. I'm finna leave. I'm getting out of here. I'm hauling tail. And back then I had a real nice antique 2-seater, classic. I don't even remember the name of the car, but when I tell you, basically all white people knew what I had. Basically, you know, they was like, wow, where'd you get that? You know, like I say. But anyway, it was a very nice 2-seater, antique, classic, stick shift, everything. So $5 left to my name. Now I decide I want to hit the road. So now I decide to move to Orlando with $5 to my name. I ain't tell my mama, I ain't tell family, I ain't tell by this time, because whenever I was in my drug days, my kids stayed with my mom them. I'm my mom's only child, so thank God for my mom and her husband. Whenever I wanted to take a break from the grind of life done beat me up, and now I need to go on vacation. My vacation was to get high 24/7. Wasn't nobody penny, dollar, nothing going to pay nobody bill. That was my attitude then. So that was my way of escape then. But anyway, after I done went bankrupt, I could have sold it and had money. But now I done sat there and smoked 5 days, lovely. Now I got $5 in my name and decide, now my spirit telling me, leave. I ain't letting nobody know. So I hit the road. I put them $5 in that tank and hit the interstate. I didn't know where I was going, what I was going to do, but I knew I was done with crack. You know, I knew I was done. I was going to Atlanta. This was when I was going to Atlanta. At the time, I didn't know. I've never been to Atlanta before. When I put them $5 gas in my tank, I didn't know that's where I was headed. I hit the road, didn't know where I was going, what I was going to do. All I know is I didn't want to do crack no more. I didn't want to be around the people anymore. I didn't want to be around the environment. I needed to get away. I followed my spirit. And I'm like, wow. Okay, so as I'm driving on the interstate with them $5, I had car trouble. I made it to the gas station and was about to run out of gas all at the same time. The car was chuckling because it's about to run out of gas, and it was something happened, whatever, it was having car problems. So I made it off the interstate to one of the truck stops. I still don't know where I'm headed or what I'm going to do. I don't have any money or anything. So as I'm in the truck stop, I lift the hood up to see what was going on. The car wouldn't start. It wouldn't do nothing. I don't have no money for gas. So an 18-wheeler, this is God being a present help in the time of trouble. An 18 trucker, a black man, pulled over where I was. He said, "What's going on?" I say, "I don't know." So he checked the car. Hun, when I tell you he went inside, it might have been racetrack, something like that. And I wasn't, and I had just pulled off of the interstate. I wasn't off the interstate a good 5 minutes. When I tell you he went in racetrack, came back with a brand new battery and filled my gas tank up and handed me $50 and left. So I got money now. I got my car, boom, cranked up. I got back on the interstate. I still don't know where I'm going. All of a sudden, I'm going down. It might be I-75 or I-275. I don't even know the names of these interstates. That's a shame, ain't it? I-75 towards Georgia. When I tell you I saw that big green sign that said Atlanta, my spirit lit up. Oh, I'm going to Atlanta. Atlanta, I don't know how many miles. It was still a long way away. So I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm driving. I pulled off that exit, and I think it was maybe like Saturday morning. I pulled off the exit, and it was a Piggly Wiggly close to the exit. That's the name of their grocery store. I had never heard of a grocery store, Piggly Wiggly, but I think that was the name of it. And I pulled over. I went inside, spoke to the manager. I got a job, but the job didn't start till Monday. I was there Saturday, so that means I had a weekend not knowing where I was. I don't know anybody or anything. So I basically slept in my car and I did some driving around before my job that started that Monday. Okay. And I didn't have clothes. I didn't have nothing other than them. I still had them same $50. So as I'm driving around Atlanta, now this is an example of a vision. As I'm driving around Atlanta, I came across a park. I didn't know the name of the park then, but now I know it's called Piedmont Park. I think that's the name of the park, Piedmont Park. So I parked my car and was enjoying the nature. But all of a sudden, I got caught up in a vision. The vision looked as if I was standing on a very high mountain, looking down over the whole, it's like I saw the whole park from the very high mountain. I saw behind every bush, behind every tree, behind every bit. The park was I was at the park during the day, but the vision was in the night. And I was way up high looking down and saw the whole park. It was a night. It was in the night. I saw shadows behind every tree, behind every bench, behind every bush. What I saw those shadows doing behind every bush, behind every tree, behind every bench. And then it's like I saw the visions of the faces of those. It was homosexuality. Just go ahead and say it was homosexuality activities at night. That's what was going on at this park. I had no clue. Through the day, it looked beautiful, beautiful nature, trees. I'm enjoying the air. I'm enjoying the vision, what I see. And then this, all of a sudden, vision happened. It was a homosexuality activities at nighttime that go on. But as I was standing up high on the mountain, seeing everything, my spirit just started pouring out. You know, just speaking in the spirit, just speaking in tongues, just speaking over that whole mountain. I was up on the mountain speaking down at it. And those of you that may not believe in speaking in tongues, that was from my Christian experience, and it's still with me to this day. It does edify your spirit. It does build you up. You are speaking in your spiritual language. You can interpret what you say if that's what you're led to do. But as to build you up spiritually, yes, that gift is still with me to this day. I haven't been a Christian in I don't know how long. Oh, I could say about 20 years. But so I was way up high on the mountain looking down low over the whole park. I could see it all. And I saw every shadow that was behind every tree. And I even seen the faces. It was a distorted facial face. But anyway, it was homosexual activities going on at this park at night. So I was pouring out the spirit, speaking in tongues. That was a vision. And to this day, I don't know about Pete. I've never really even been to that park. Other than I thought I was looking at the trees. But then all of a sudden was caught up in a spiritual vision. So that was the last time I've been to that park, and the last time I even heard of it. I didn't even know the name of that park then, and don't know about it to this day. But that was what was in my vision. What goes on at night is homosexual activities. Now, another example of paranormal activity, visions, dreams, present help, God present help in the time of trouble. Another example is this was a dream I had. I was at my mom and them house. Again, this one of those times. I don't think I was involved with drugs, but I think I was in the alcohol then. I drank a lot. I wasn't on dope and it's crack anymore. I started drinking a lot. So I would have phases where I would drink a lot. When I got tired of it, I stopped it. But this was one of those times I believed I was drinking a lot. So, as I said, even when I'm doing my rebelliousness, my being hard-headed, where I'm getting my butt spanked, don't want to do me, and like I can sit this spiritual stuff down, you get spanked,